Have you ever witnessed a moment so pure it made time stand still? Today's story will touch your heart. The tender journey of Diem, Toan, and their baby girl Rosie. From quiet evenings dreaming about her first crawl to the breathtaking morning when she finally moved on her own, every heartbeat, every smile, every tear becomes a treasure. This is more than just a story about a baby learning to crawl. It's about love, family, and the magic of small beginnings. Don't forget to subscribe and join us as we relive the moment they dreamed of. The afternoon sunlight filtered gently through the cream-colored curtains, casting a golden glow across the living room. The soft hum of the ceiling fan mingled with the quiet laughter of Diem and Toan, who were curled up together on the couch, a cozy blanket draped over their legs. Outside, the garden was bathed in warm light, and the scent of jasmine drifted faintly through the open window. Inside, it was peaceful, the kind of peace that only comes when two hearts are completely in tune with each other. Diem rested her head on Toan's shoulder, her fingers tracing lazy circles on his arm. Her eyes, bright and full of warmth, sparkled as she gazed at the soft baby blanket folded neatly on the coffee table. "You know," she said softly, her lips curving into a gentle smile, "I keep imagining what it'll be like when Rosie starts crawling, the way she'll wiggle her little hands and knees, so curious about the world." Toan chuckled, turning slightly to look at her. "Crawling, huh? I bet she'll be quick, just like her mom, never sitting still for long." His teasing tone made Diem nudge him playfully, her laughter light and whimsical. "Oh, please, she's your daughter too. If she's anything like you, she'll get distracted halfway through and stop to smile at everyone." They both laughed again, the kind of laughter that came easily, filling the space between them with love and comfort. For a moment, the world seemed to slow down. Diem imagined their baby girl on that very rug, the same one now sprinkled with sunlight, her tiny body swaying uncertainly as she tried to move forward. She could almost hear the soft thud of Rosie's palms against the floor, the giggle that would follow when she finally managed a few inches on her own. "I think," Toan began, his voice low and thoughtful, "that when that day comes, I'll just sit here and watch. I'll probably forget to breathe, afraid I'll miss even a second of it." His words made Diem's heart tighten in the most beautiful way. She turned to him, smiling tenderly. "And I'll be right next to you, holding my phone, crying and laughing at the same time." Toan grinned, brushing a loose strand of hair from her cheek. "You always cry," he teased softly. "That's because every little thing about her makes me emotional," Diem admitted, her voice trembling slightly with love. "She's growing so fast. Sometimes I wish I could slow time down, just to hold on to these moments a little longer." He kissed her top of the head and whispered, "Then let's remember everything. Every laugh, every dream, every tiny thing she does. That way, even when she's grown, we'll still have this, us, right here." In the golden quiet of that afternoon, their hearts spoke a language words could never fully capture, a language of love, hope, and the sweet anticipation of watching their little girl take her very first steps into the world. Morning light spilled softly across the living room, painting everything in hues of gold and cream. The same rug where Diem and Toan once sat dreaming was now scattered with colorful toys. A tiny wooden rattle, a stuffed bunny, and a small blanket embroidered with Rosie's name. Diem was on the floor, watching her daughter with that familiar tenderness only a mother could carry. Rosie, now a few months older, was lying on her stomach, her eyes wide and full of curiosity as she studied the toy bunny just a few inches beyond her reach. Toan sat nearby, pretending to read the newspaper, but stealing glances over the edge of the page every few seconds. He'd seen Rosie try before, the small wriggles, the little grunts of effort, but today felt different. There was determination in her gaze, a spark of something new. Diem noticed it too. She leaned forward, whispering softly, "Come on, sweetheart, you can do it." Rosie's tiny fingers pressed against the rug, her little knees digging in as she rocked her body. Her face scrunched up in concentration, and then, for the first time, she moved forward, just an inch, but enough to make Diem gasp. "Toan, look!" The newspaper fluttered to the floor as Toan dropped it, his eyes widening in disbelief. She's crawling?" His voice cracked slightly with excitement as he scrambled closer. Diem's hands covered her mouth, tears already forming in the corners of her eyes. Rosie, encouraged by the sound of their voices, tried again, a clumsy but determined shuffle forward. Her giggle echoed through the room like the sound of sunlight itself. Toan laughed out loud, his heart swelling with pride and wonder. "That's my girl! Look at her go!" He clapped his hands softly, his eyes gleaming with amazement. Diem joined in, her laughter mixing with his, filling the house with joy. Rosie turned her head toward them, her cheeks flushed, her little mouth opening in a delighted squeal, as if she understood that she'd just done something incredible. Diem reached out her arms, tears spilling freely now. "Come here, baby. Come to Mama." Rosie, wobbly but determined, continued her journey, one tiny movement at a time, until she reached Diem's lap and collapsed into her arms with a giggle. Diem hugged her tightly, pressing her face against Rosie's soft hair, her voice trembling. "You did it, my love. You really did it." Toan sat beside them, wrapping his arms around both of them, his heart beating fast. He kissed Diem's forehead, then Rosie's. He kissed them both. "I can't believe it," he murmured, his voice thick with emotion. "We were just talking about this, and now it's happening." Diem looked up at him through her tears, smiling. "Dreams come true faster than we think." And there, in that warm, golden morning, surrounded by toys and laughter and love, time seemed to pause. The world outside went on, but inside that little home, the universe had shrunk down to one miraculous moment, their daughter's very first crawl, and the pure, unshakable joy of being a family. The room was still glowing with morning light, but now it shimmered with something even brighter, the laughter of a family wrapped in love. Rosie sat between her parents, her cheeks rosy from the effort, her eyes twinkling like tiny stars. Diem wiped her tears with the back of her hand, unable to stop smiling. "We have to record this," she said breathlessly, reaching for her phone. Toan, still grinning ear to ear, quickly adjusted the blanket and toys around their daughter, as if setting the stage for the most beautiful scene in the world. "Okay, my little explorer," he whispered, his voice filled with pride and wonder. "Show us how far you can go." Diem held the phone steady, her heart fluttering as she focused the lens on their baby. Rosie blinked at the camera, her small lips curling into a curious smile before she planted her palms on the rug again. Slowly, shakily, she started moving forward. One hand, one knee, a little stumble, then another push. "Good job, Rosie. That's my brave girl," Diem cheered, her voice trembling with emotion. Toan clapped softly, his laughter bubbling up every time Rosie let out a squeal of joy. "Come on, baby, you can do it," he encouraged, his deep voice full of warmth. Each inch Rosie moved felt like a miracle unfolding right before their eyes. Rosie's giggles filled the air like music, and every sound seemed to etch itself into Diem's memory. The small house, the morning light, the smell of coffee still lingering in the air, everything became part of a perfect living photograph. Toan leaned closer, his hand gently brushing Rosie's back to steady her when she wobbled. "You see that?" he whispered softly, his voice almost breaking. "That's our daughter, Diem. She's growing right in front of us." Diem lowered the phone for a moment, unable to look through the screen anymore. She wanted to see it, really see it with her own eyes. Rosie crawled a few more inches, then stopped, looking up at her parents with a triumphant grin. Diem burst into laughter, her joy spilling out in pure, unfiltered sound. "She's so proud of herself," she said, her voice trembling. Toan pulled Diem closer, wrapping an arm around her shoulders as they both leaned down to kiss Rosie's tiny head. The baby clapped her hands together, delighted by the attention, her laughter echoing through the room. "We should save this video forever," Diem murmured, smiling through tears. Toan nodded, pressing his forehead against hers. "And we'll tell her how her smile stopped time," he said quietly. Outside, the world went on as usual, cars passing, birds calling, the hum of life. But inside their home, everything felt suspended in golden stillness. In that tender, fleeting moment, they weren't just watching their daughter crawl, they were witnessing the very heartbeat of love, the beautiful, unspoken rhythm of a family becoming whole.
Hello, xin chào tất cả các khán giả của kênh Lý Tử Diệm Review. Vậy là câu chuyện của chúng ta đã kết thúc tại đây. Trong câu chuyện ngày hôm nay thì Diễm và Toàn đã tưởng tượng ra khoảng khắc khi mà con gái đầu lòng của họ ít bò, đó chính là bé Rosie. Khoảnh khắc đó Diễm và Toàn sẽ vỡ tan hạnh phúc và cả hai đều reo mừng và cổ vũ động viên con tiếp tục. Mọi tình tiết hấp dẫn về câu chuyện tình yêu của Diễm và Toàn sẽ còn được kể ở các video tiếp theo. Bạn hãy bấm vào nút subscribe để đăng ký kênh nhận được thông báo mới nhất về các tập phim sẽ được phát sóng hàng ngày trên kênh Lý Tử Diễm Review nha. Cảm ơn các bạn rất nhiều vì đã luôn dành tình cảm cho kênh của mình. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.